TANSTAAFL, there ain't not such a thing as a free lunch. It is an acronym we more often than never hear in our daily basis, and it is the flag with which started the revolution, led by Manuel O'Kelly and executed by Mike. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is one of my favorite science fiction novels, written by the acclaimed Robert A. Heinlein, who even has a crater some miles away in our neighbor Mars named after him. The novel depicts a dystopian future in which the moon has been inhabited, but its main purpose has become to be the house of criminals and those excluded by society. Loonies, as they call those who live in the moon, are in deplorable conditions, and the authority main concern is only to ship the main sources that come from the moon directly to Earth. Manuel O'Kelly, Manny, our main character, works repairing the brain of the moon, a computer that is self-aware, whatever that means, and that is later called Mike. Will their plan work? I invite you to read the novel. It really is pure gold, completely recommendable. Mike, well, Mike, it is a journey getting to know him, or it, because you really get to struggle with his nature. It really makes you question yourself about what is the nature of the human being and what makes a human human. Mike seems capable of understanding human concepts, and he is a magician when it comes to impersonating. Having control of Mike is having control of the whole moon, as he is the responsible for transportation, communication, and the data. Mike accounts as a lot of people, as he is capable of making a lot of chores at the same time. So, the question arises, do we have Mikes in our society? Heinlein's creativity and visionary look for the future gave a lot of insights and a clear path to what we are living now. I think Mike is a pretty broad concept and we can divide him in different levels. So we will need more videos to get to know all the levels. Today, let's start with automation. Did you know that Amazon has over 200,000 robots in their warehouses to work as fast as possible? Because it is not a secret, robots offer a lot of big economical advantages, as they don't work with salaries and they don't work with limited time spans. For Amazon, this brought a lots of earnings and better rhythms of work. Packing, stockroom, and warehouse moving are jobs that are nearly extinctive, as cheaper alternatives for humans are easily found. And these jobs are not taken only from the car sector. Every industry is finding more and more ways to automate a lot of things in the assembly lines. Now, turning to the transportation sector, every day seems more plausible that autopilot will have an important role. You'd be surprised to know that Uber, as famous as it is not profitable. Seemed as if autopiloting cars were their only option. Turns out this idea took them to illegal paths, and it ended up in millions of dollars sold to a startup. The thing is, there is people out there trying to make autopiloting taxis something real. This would mean the cheapest service in the market, setting aside millions of people who drive for a living. Same thing happens to those who drive trucks or small delivery cars. For example, Amazon is now trying to make drone delivery a thing, and this will also end a lot of jobs. However, the changes in the automation of the transportation sector are gonna take some time, because when we talk about the sector, we are also talking about human lives that are in game. So small mistakes can end up in big problems. So more efforts need to be done. The last sector we're going to talk about is the construction sector, as it has changed a lot with the creation of 3D printing. When you think of 3D printing, you might imagine some desktop-sized objects. Nevertheless, Let me tell you that nowadays you can even print a whole house. This process is quite simple and it takes big 3D printing machines that move around, expelling some interesting materials. And here is where it comes the first impact. Construction tends to be noisy and not that friendly with the environment. 3D printing construction uses materials that are even better than concrete and that are more planet friendly. It is also faster and not that noisy. Even more outstanding is the fact that it lowers the price of the house from 30% to even 50%. But it comes with the humanitarian consequence of lowering the work of tens to only two people working managing a single machine. In New York, 3D construction companies are appearing and the first houses are already on sale. In Netherlands, these houses are already inhabited. As you can see, we already have the first level of mics. Machines that automate processes and excel in chores that used to be made by humans. But they are still pretty hand-knitted labors. As we dive deeper into these videos, we will find more complex machines doing more complex duties. As those more complex machines start appearing, also philosophical questions will do. But for now, I invite you to think and develop your own opinions around this topic. Whose problem is the automation? Who should we blame for the automation and all those jobs taken away? Should we even blame someone? Should technology have a finite point? Should it stop developing? Can technology even stop developing? Maybe we will find the answers to those questions. Maybe we won't. Maybe we are not even asking ourselves the important questions, and maybe the answers will come too late. We don't know. I will leave you with the doubt. And as I always say, don't forget to be curious.